Oh,
No!
whoa! It's a new year. It's a
Oh
new year.
yeah.
It's a new Draigtir.
Happy
And
New
we are back
Year.
with episode 10, I believe. Um, well, congrats on making it this far. It is most excellent to have you. So, who would like to volunteer for public speaking event number one? Which would
Oh, is that me?
I am off tomorrow.
I'll save everybody.
yeah.
So where are we again?
And whilst
Adventure
you
log.
do, let me play music whilst you do that.
Okay.
Oh,
So is it just
right.
which swiggle are we after today?
The first one on there.
Oh, that one there. Okay.
Hang on. Let me see. So it should be.
So it's the last squiggle of day 3.
Yes.
Okay. Having half a day's time to relax at the guild, the party set about selling and buying, acquiring provisions for their next journey at the market. Kalak and Bronwyn. Hey? Oh, sorry, I can't speak. At the market, Kalak met Bronwyn and agreed to attempt speaking to the spirit of Farah to find out what had happened to her. Neve visited the temple of Frigg and had a strange moment when instead of connecting with her goddess, she connected with an enthusiastic, if disorganised spirit. One who existed to serve and had been awaiting the bloodline guardian. This female spirit said she needed aid, but exclaimed that the bloodlines had finally converged. She left Neve with a bronze-coloured scale, telling her that she would know where to go to find her. Unsure what this meant, Neve asked the monk of the temple to assist her in researching what this creature could be and settled on the Crurin. A free-spirited and lucky creature of good and nurturing nature. She also tasked the monk with finding out more about bloodlines that could be significant to Frigg. The monk was called Aaron, and he agreed to find Neve when he had done so. Whilst eating in the guild inn, the party spoke to Panak, the giver of the orc slaying quest. The barman had put up 500 of his own gold for the total 1,500 reward for killing or otherwise defeating his father, the orc chieftain. They also learned that Panak's human mother had died during childbirth. I wonder why. And that he had attempted to join the warband as an adult, but failed and nearly being killed. That night, Kelak joined Bronwyn at her home, using her clerical abilities to speak to the spirit. Farah revealed that she had been bought as a youth by the cult leader, who had subverted it for his own cause, that of a warlike dragon from the age of antiquity. The Strife Dragon. In legend, these dragons infiltrated society, taking humanoid form to foment war in a bloody mating ritual. Their trophies were the bodies of heroes, and their craft was iron. Kalak agreed to show Bronwyn a lovely place in nature, a natural grove he had seen on his travels, and she agreed to accompany him that far in order to spend time together. Later that night, Laminaria was woken by the huge and imposing figure of her patron Rinda, visiting in the night and taking a shadowy form. Rinda gifted her a tome of eldritch knowledge and warned her to trust no one, not even Rinda. On day 4, Thursday, Diaradoin, 4th of August, lunar stop. The following morning, Bronwyn was up and ready to go, clad in the glorious armour of her clan. Just as they were about to leave, a monk bustled in, making for Neve.
Yes. So yeah, you guys are in the tavern here at the bottom, and just then the door opens and the monk you saw yesterday comes in. He comes bustling in, with lots of scrolls in hand, and he looks around and meets your eye, Neve, and he bustles over and just goes, "Ah, wonderful! I was hoping I'd run into you before you left. Assuming you were leaving, you seemed to be in a rush. Anyway, I found some things. Well, come here quickly. Let me show you." And he goes to the table. Are you just staring at him?
I will follow him.
You're okay. So
I will follow.
he unwraps a couple scrolls, and you can see on them there's like family trees, and you start to recognize the names, especially near the bottom, and you recognize your grandfather and grandmother's name, but it's on two separate family trees, and at the top of one, uh, this would be the one of your father's line, is the holy line of the shield, and on the top of the other, the holy line of the sword, and the one of the sword is much older scroll, uh, but you can see that some of it has been done in one pen, and then it changes to another, and the latest is basically sketched almost, and but yeah, you do recognize your grandfather and grandmother's name on either side of these family lines.
I guess that's the convergence.
Well, I just thought they were quite interesting. They're referenced in many different scrolls, and you this isn't your family, is it?
She points out the two names, and that's Granddad, and that's Grandpa.
Goodness me, that's quite a development.
What?
Well, pleasure to
Would
make
she
your
have
acquaintance.
heard anything about these two families, like of the shield and the sword?
Make a history check. A very easy one. You perhaps didn't take in as much of the holy readings as you should have in the rituals with your family, but you do remember them being referenced. And something else of note, though, is there's actually a few people on this line, so those names are perhaps one of about 35.
Right.
So it wasn't exactly like secret knowledge or anything, but it was just like say if you were descended from like a notable like Catholic saint or something. It wouldn't be mentioned a heck of a lot, but some people would find it interesting. But yeah. But as far as the monk is concerned, though, he seems quite sort of flustered by it, and he's like, "Oh well, oh that's quite shocking. It's lovely to meet you again. I know I've met you yet."
Go to bed. Go on now.
What is, it's too early for me to go to bed. Although maybe I should. I've been up all night.
Sorry, wrong monk.
But yeah, he does look like he's got bags under his eyes. But he gathers up these scrolls and he says, "If you'd like to look at them again, I'll leave them out in the basement."
I appreciate that. Do you know anything of like the significance?
Well, I'm going to look up more on that very question. I'd like to know if it's ever happened before, and what else is there to be done. It may require notifying my superiors, actually.
Maybe we hold off on that.
Are you quite sure?
For the time being.
Well, this is quite momentous news. I'd like to share it. But if that's what you wish, I can keep it secret.
I would like to know if you find any prophecy. It sounded like a prophecy.
Prophecy. Hey.
Potentially.
Oh.
Yeah. When people start talking about bloodlines converging, that's normally because of a prophecy, right?
Well, there are the odd prophecy or two.
It would be good to know if there is one about this.
I will look it up for you. And if I have to send for more books on my investigations, I'll keep it quiet as to what the purpose is.
For now.
For now.
Mhm.
But as soon as you give me permission, ma'am, I'd like to inform everyone.
Of course. But on the down low for now.
Yeah. Curious turn of phrase, but as you wish. And he sort of he gives you sort of a low bow, which he hadn't before, and he starts bustling off. He's got a massive grin on his face, though. He's like his eyes were full of wonder, and Bronwyn just goes, I think I can relate.
Oh.
Well, my family's pretty well known as well.
Oh.
And she goes, anyway, I believe I'm being taken to a beautiful place. Where was that again, Kelak? Could you show me on
I'm
the map?
sorry, I was not aware that I was in the room.
Oh yeah, we're all here.
What? To be sure. All right. What was the question?
Well, we're
Just
going.
telling your bedroom's upstairs.
We're going somewhere, aren't we?
Oh, there's a beautiful grove nearby. It's on the way to this orc camp. So
Oh, yes.
I figured we can take you there, and then, well, either you wait for us there or you make your way back. No need to go to the orc camp.
Well, I'm not really a warrior, despite knowing how to
Right.
use the armor. Well, I suppose we better make a start then.
Of course.
So, let's see. Hum. She goes, say that sickle's rather special, isn't it, walking?
I just sort of nervously rub the handle, and I go, yeah, I quite like it. It's beautiful sickle. It feels natural when I hold it. It's just, I don't know, feels right.
Well, you'll have to let me inspect it when we stop to camp.
Oh, Curse? I can try it.
I'm good at inspecting artifacts, you know. So,
Oh, well, I would expect nothing less, given your collection.
So you guys set off in the morning. Do you remember what I said for how far away it is? Because I may have to change it with my plan. If you don't remember, then that's
No.
good.
I do not remember anything at all.
Excellent. Well, it's a little bit more than a day's travel. So setting off now in the morning. You should make camp and reach it by lunchtime the next day.
I hope someone will point out the plot hole of the orc camp moving in the comments.
Oh, that's just the grove.
Oh.
Don't point it out.
Oh,
yes. But you'll reach the orc camp on the second day as well. So that'll be probably towards the end of the second day of walking, assuming you walk. Are you bringing your chickens and such with you? And your crocodile?
No one's gonna feed the chickens, so. But I'll
You bring
leave
it
the cow rations for Mr. Smiles.
Okay.
I'll
Can we?
instruct the stable boy to make sure they feed Mr. Smiles.
Excellent. So Mr. Smiles is going to be fed.
Yeah.
The stable boy seems to. The stable boy, who's like one of 3 sort of teenagers and children who work there, kind of just does a visible gulp, and he's just like, "Yes."
But you need to make sure you take him out for 2 walks. Make sure he gets to go by the river. He needs a good swim. And stay
Yeah,
away from his mouth.
I may have to get father to help with this, but yes, sir.
Mhm.
And yeah, he looks a little scared. That said, can you roll a d12 for your eggs?
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Ah, only 2 eggs today.
2 eggs. That's fine.
Uh-huh. And as it's in the morning, your chickens are in the cages, I assume.
Yeah, they're in their travel cages.
The rooster is very loud. He is going.
Yep.
It's making noise.
Yeah, they are.
But that aside, you're able to bring the cart out. It's just a hand cart, so it's. I imagine some of you might be taking turns pulling it and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty. So the way is due east. There is a road that goes that way. So for most of the morning, you are just passed by a few sort of farmers and merchants going about their business. And the day goes on without incident until you stop for lunch. And let me see. We might have to start consuming rations. I mean, we'll do it at the end of the day. That's fine. But yeah, Bronwyn's been. Tell you what, roll insight. Just Kelly.
Just Kelek.
Uh huh. You know it. Say.
Where is inside? Here is inside. 16.
She seems a little different.
Different in what way?
Mm, she seems like she's avoiding talking about something. She's keeping the conversation very light and ambiguous type of thing. Perhaps this is due to her being nervous.
Yeah, or the cursed sickle, or yeah, could be a couple things.
You do notice that she does spend a lot of time sort of eyeing it thoughtfully. As well, what's
Did
interesting...
you say she's gonna steal it?
Yeah.
As well, you've noticed, whether it's through nervousness or whatnot, she's made 1 or 2 sort of crass jokes and then seemed to thought better of it. Which has been a bit odd. But aside from that, she seems to be enjoying herself. 1 or 2 times...
Crash jokes, even if they're not directed at.
She actually is encouraged by this. But not having gotten on with you initially. But when you do stop for lunch, though, you do notice that Kelly, she sort of scoots up to sit next type of thing. She sits very close to you.
I do have a charisma of 6.
Okay.
So I guess I mean, simple enough to just go like, so yeah, you like the... Hang on. To be sure. Have to get into the voice. You travel much? Seem a little out of your element here.
I am very much out of my element, Kelak. She says, like, with a look of. She's like, normally people bring the artifacts to me. I don't have to go get them. So I don't travel much.
Right, and how are you liking it?
I keep expecting a monster to burst out of the brush and kill us all. But, it's not, unenjoyable.
Right, there's nearly zero chance of that happening. We got lots of eyes looking about. I specifically have really good sight. I know when a bush is hiding a monster, and if one does jump at us, it's likely it won't kill us.
Well, that's good to know. I'll stay close to you then, shall I? As she sort of, leans against you.
Okay, like, it's like, oh. Well, yeah, that works.
Oh, no. You're trying to sneak up on them. What's your passive
Yeah.
perception, Andreas?
20.
They both notice you. Kel.
Oh, you're no fun, are you?
Oh.
Right.
Kellic was
See,
just
told
telling
ya.
me how good his eyes and ears were.
Of course, I could hear a sewer picker from a mile away.
See what
Well.
happened.
Where's the sewer pecker?
Where?
Ah.
Well, there's not one within a mile. Clearly.
Good.
she doesn't comment on a sewer pecker. But
They're a thing, goddammit, they're a thing.
okay, so stopping for lunch is fairly uneventful. And you start the next leg of the journey. There's nothing really of interest as you're sticking to the road, but about say at around 5 o'clock, you come across a particular like a roadhouse, like a farm building on the next to the road.
Okay.
And you recognize this as like the place where you have to turn off the path to get to the grove. And you go off road. So now I'll need a survival check from from Kellic rather.
Okay.
See if you can find your way successfully.
I am pretty good at survival. That's an
Oh.
18.
Ooh, good. I was gonna say that. Oh, never mind. But yeah, you find the animal track that you recognized from your last trip down here, in which you were, I don't know, hunting boars, particular boars or something. But yeah, you recognize it well. You follow the animal track for the rest of the evening, and then the sun starts to go down, and it becomes time to set up camp. So who's doing what?
I guess I'll set up like a campfire or something like that, since Gillick has quite a bit of experience camping. Not by
Okey-dokey.
choice.
So, does everyone have like tents and such? Who's got what?
What do I possess?
That is a good question.
I actually don't think I have. I don't think I have a sleeping bag already. I have a blanket either. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm
Oh,
tough.
no.
You see, I only need 4 hours. What I tend to do is I'll sit on a stump and just
Sit
like
for
cross my
5 hours?
legs and just like close my eyes and meditate for 4 hours. And I don't need a blanket.
Oh, you're a full elf?
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought you were a half elf.
I'm a high elf.
It's a
Mm.
high elf. Who else? Who has a tent? Does anyone have a tent?
I don't.
Oh,
And no spells
I-
to create a tent either.
I think I chose starting gold for some reason and then completely just omitted buying stuff that I was gonna need outside of combat. So
oh man. So everyone's just kind of huddling by
Wasn't
the
there like
fire.
a roadhouse back there? We could just shack up in there for the night.
Do what? Sorry.
You said there was a roadhouse back.
Yeah,
Away.
it's a ways away though.
Oh,
But,
right, okay.
You could huddle by the fire as long as if you're posting watches, the one who's watching can just feed it a log every now and then.
I can do a couple of watches, seeing as I only need a short amount of sleep.
Yeah. That's assuming you're doing watches. You don't have to.
I think I would prefer to do watches. Yes.
Seeing as we're under no cover at all.
The
Hey, as a carpenter, with carpenter's tools, I can set up a small shelter. Can I do that?
you could do, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for those tools with I want to say strength.
Yeah.
But okay. In the time, you make a shelter big enough for you and Gracker, but not the rest.
No, the cart's good on it.
The what?
The cart.
Yeah, I guess we could use the cart as a kind of a shelter. We can sleep under it, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, I mean the cart is going under the shelter.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chickens and the goods gotta stay dry, guys.
You could set it up so that there's the contents of the cart, and you basically set up a roof for it. It would be kind of makeshift, though, and it would fall apart when you tried to move it, but I reckon, though, with the stuff you've got in, what have you got in it so far?
I literally just want to build a shelter to put the cart underneath it for the night in case it rains.
Yeah. I reckon you could fit in as well. Your feet would be resting on the chicken cages, but you'd be alright.
No, I'm gonna sleep outside
Okay.
next to the fire.
That said, though, Bronwyn does have a tent, and she sort of fumbles her stuff out of her bag, and things kind of fall out. And
I think like seeing everything going on would have the sense to approach her and be like, you want some help with that?
and she goes, yes, I do. she seems very like frustrated for a minute. But yeah, you unfurl the tent, and it's like it's very high quality. It's like a oiled and waxed hide, and the inside is sort of fur lined. It's a lovely tent.
Damn. Expensive tent.
Yeah.
Oh,
is this what you were doing? Where'd that come from?
no, I don't know.
Kill Xanathars.
Oh. Okay. 1d3.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll 1d3 in that case.
Oh.
Or 1d6, say. Okay. So yeah, day and a half? And it'll
1 to 3 days.
yeah. I suppose it's a day and a half we'll say. But yeah, as soon as you do try and move it, it'll also fall apart. But until then, it'll hold up. It'll keep the rain out. But yeah, after a little bit, Bronwyn's tent is set up, and she lays out like fur and stuff like that. And then as soon as you're finished, she kind of goes inside and goes, right, see you in the morning.
Curse, you have a good night. We'll be keeping watch.
When are you watching?
When am I watching? I don't know. I guess I'll take the last watch. So, right. Okay. I'll
so
just
you're
say right
taking-
before dawn.
So we need one more watch. Who wants to do it?
Yeah, we're on a walk.
Okay, so it'll be Laminaria, Oron, Kelek?
Yep.
Okay. All right then. So, Laminaria, everyone curls up next to the fire, lays on some clothing like a blanket type of thing, and you settle in for the quiet of the night. And this part of the country fairly civilized, so you don't expect to see anything in the night really. But that said, roll your perception twice.
Okay.
Sleeping just out in the open without a tent in the British Isles must be miserable.
As long as it
Depends on
doesn't
the weather.
rain, yeah, right. So, huh, interesting. You all's quiet for the first watch. There's signs of snoring from some of the party. Every now and then, on your second watch, though, you hear sounds rustling around from inside Bronwyn's tent,
Okay.
and you become aware of like actually, Kellogg would have noticed this with his perception as well. Bronwyn seems to have been noticing. Bronwyn seems to have been wearing like really strong perfume that she hadn't been wearing before. But you become aware of this as well, Rochelle.
Okay.
It's exceedingly strong. Like someone's emptied a bucket of.
Is this something that should be investigated?
It's up to you. But it's like someone's emptied a whole bottle over themselves.
Alright,
Like-
Bronwyn, who's currently the interest of Kellogg, yeah.
I guess. I don't know exactly how that
I think
happened.
she might be
I
trying
guess
too
it-
hard, but anyway. Yeah, I see. Yeah, she's overdone it with the perfume.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
Nothing overly suspicious, and there's nobody like creeping about.
No one creeping around,
No.
although it does seems like Bronwyn might not be asleep on your second watch.
Right, okay.
You're not sure.
I might keep away from the tent. Yeah.
But yeah,
Someone's going, are you alright in there?
are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
You just hit.
Just to wake everyone up.
Yes,
no,
I'm
no,
fine.
quietly outside of the tent. Outside of the tent. Are you alright in there?
You hear the answer quite quickly. Yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just- Had some trouble sleeping.
Sure. Okay. And I go away.
So yeah, it passes without incident, and you wake up Bron. Why do I keep calling you Bron? Oh, it's so annoying having an NPC with a similar name. But Oran, can you make your? I'll take the 18 if you want, though.
Yeah, my perception is it's a dirty 20.
Okay. You pick up on the smell as well, and after a while, you become aware that Bronwyn must be awake.
Laura doesn't care. She can do what she wants in there.
Yeah,
At night.
no worries.
He's gonna send Draigtir on patrol, I guess, as well.
Make a roll for Gracker as well. He's got advantage on this, I think.
Mm-hmm. Capture she open.
Okay, he doesn't pick up anything on you.
Okay.
So with that, again, the watch passes without incident. And you wake up Killer. Oh, go on.
Shake him awake.
Yeah.
But I do it like almost like pretend urgency. Like yeah.
Oh yeah! What?
And then I
The?
just calmly
Just
go,
reach for my bow.
It's your time to watch.
Oh yep. You fucking. You can't do
wakes
this to
up.
me.
And then goes and crawls up next to the fire. In the warm spot Kalak was just in.
You fucking asshole.
He smiles and smirks. Closes his eyes.
Well,
Um,
I guess Gilak will
roll
keep
your
watch. I should roll perception. Yeah.
Yep.
Just sit down. Try to calm down after getting scared awake. It's just a 12.
Okay,
You need what?
I need to secret roll here. Can I do that?
No, you're not allowed secret rounds.
Secret.
I might just out there roll. Yep.
Secret roll.
Okay. So yeah, a couple minutes go by and everyone else is on sleep. Around that time, you hear a movement inside Ronald's tent.
Oh, hang on. Why do you sound so...
Yeah, you've gone muffly.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
now you're back.
Is it back? That's weird.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sure.
good. Okay, I don't know what happened, but now I can hear you.
I've moved a bit closer to the mic. Maybe that's why. But yeah, so you hear some. Everyone's gone to sleep, and you hear some movement inside Bronwyn's tent. You are you glancing over?
Of course, I am keeping watch. This is my... glancing over places is my duty.
See, you see her head poking out of the flap, looking right at you.
Oh,
And
hello there. You're up early.
she lets the tent flap full, revealing her naked body. What will you do?
Wait,
um, let me make a wisdom check. Just that's a
Oh,
22. Shit. I kind of hoped I was gonna roll low because I don't know. I guess. I mean, okay. So Kelak has high wisdom, just low charisma, which means he doesn't know how to communicate, but he knows how to.
He knows what's going on because of the
Yeah,
multiple
he's
words
not
from-
dumb, I suppose. Which I feel like I'm just digging a hole. Like every word I say, I make it deeper.
it's up to you what you think he would do, what he knows about this particular situation.
I think Kelak will give a quick glance to the surroundings, make sure that there's no monster that is about to eat everyone, and it will be his fault because he is not gonna be keeping watch. And then proceeded to not keep watch.
Okay, so you go into the tent, and so she pulls you in, and make an investigation check.
What are you
Okay.
trying to find, Sherlock?
I don't know. The universe is prompting me to invest 5.
No.
Oh dear.
So
Well, hang on. I'm pretty sure the way observant works also affects my passive investigation. Can I use that as well? I mean,
Sure.
instead.
Sure, what would that be?
That would be a 15.
Okay. Something
Passive investigation is fucking never used, but
so something strikes you as odd. She kisses you, but it's not like it was before. What strikes you first is that she spells really odd.
She's got
Um,
a tail.
And
It's a
Not only
fucking
that-
demon.
not only that, but her skin is exceedingly rough.
Uh-huh.
He's continuing to kiss you, though. What will
I-
you?
It's a trap!
It is a trap. So, okay, I mean, I think Kellogg would be pretty confused as to her suddenly deciding to be this straightforward. Um, so, uh, so I mean, I suppose he will like take a step back, and say, well, you sure this is sudden?
She snarls at you. Get in that tent and rail me. She's,
Okay,
she's
that's
getting crass. She pulls you in and almost make a strength save.
was that supposed to be actually her voice? Was that a? Because that didn't
Yeah, it
sound
was-
like her.
It was a bit off. Oh, that's a good strength save, though. Let me roll a thing. Seconds. You're able to resist getting pulled and tossed into the tent, though. She turns you around, but you notice as well. Her hands are sort of grabbing at your clothes and stuff.
I don't like this. I think I officially don't like this. No, I'm gonna step away and just be like it's I don't think you're feeling all right. I
You notice, in the process of which her hand's on the scythe, on the sickle, and she is attempting to pull it off of your belt hooks.
I don't like that at all. Let me.
Roll-
Do I have a rope? Can I try to restrain her?
Roll another strength contest here. So athletics, I guess. Oh. Okay, you managed to stop her from grabbing the sickle.
Okay, I don't have rope in my inventory, but I do want to try to restrain her, fucking somehow.
Okay.
I don't have anything useful. I just have basically my weapons and armor. Oren, shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. Let me see.
Well, is there anything around me that I could use to?
You could try and tie her up. She's gonna try and get away. So make another athletics.
This is gonna look extremely bad if people wake up in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. I hope you
I think that thought would cross Kellogg's head, and he would try to wake someone else up.
roll,
guess-
roll another athletics just to contest her trying to. Because
Right.
if you're trying to restrain her and oh shit. Okay. So you're neither able to stop her. Oh, hang on. I'd say you trip her. And she lands prone. And she turns back and sort of snarls. And goes, release me! And, so what you said you're gonna try
Okay.
and wake people up?
Yes, I want to. So she's not physically restrained, though, right?
She's not physically restrained.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to try to, like, scream at someone to wake them up, because otherwise, if I walk up to them, she's just gonna either run off into the forest or do something weird.
Okay.
Uh,
What's your next? What's your action?
so I guess I'm gonna try to keep the whatever this creature is restrained and unarmed, while I scream, what's everyone's names? Laminaria, Oron, Meave, or something like that.
I kind of think,
Oron keeps his
what's
eyes
gone
closed
wrong?
and
Because
goes,
I sensed
yeah,
the
nice
smell
one.
before. I'm thinking,
Right.
oh no, what's
Okay,
happened?
so-
I'll go. Don't know what's gotten into her. She's insane.
I poked my head through into the tent.
Oh no, I think this is probably out of the tent by this time.
All right, okay.
I think this probably happened outside. But since he resisted getting tossed into it. But yeah, at the moment, you see a stark naked Bronwyn on the floor looking up with viciousness towards Kelleg.
Oh, wow.
Is your action to notify everyone, or is I'd say
I don't know if that's an
around
action,
everyone?
yeah.
I think it might be an action, sort of to shout loud enough and long enough.
Okay.
I think.
In that case, I guess that's all I can do. Cause can I hold my movement the same way you can hold your action? I'm assuming I can't, but it's just
what do you?
if she runs off into the forest in her turn, I want to follow her.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Okay. Her action, as such, would be to disappear.
Oh.
Isn't Kalak still holding her?
No, she tripped. They rolled the same athletics, so I rolled that she was tripped
Oh, okay.
rather than restrained, but she also didn't get away, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then she basically disappears. 1 minute you're looking at her, and then she is simply not there. However, with your passive perception, you hear footsteps rapidly leading away, and
I'm
you
following them.
follow.
Yep. If it's a free action to speak, I'll just go. She's coming this way.
Sure.
So I just run off.
Yeah, you just run off into the wood. Oh, this went about as well as I would have hoped, to be honest.
Oron just goes, Cracker, follow him.
Oh, Gracker's gonna have such an easy time following her because she
Ooh.
smells really strongly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she does smell extremely strongly. Now that you are actually no, it's all right. I'll tell you later about that.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's a very strong, as if someone's emptied a whole bottle of perfume.
Yeah, which makes sense if she was trying to cover up her
You know, I
monstrousness.
thought it was a little weird, but honestly thought she was just preparing herself to get you in her tent.
He says you're jogging through the floor.
Or perhaps maybe she just did a really big poo and she was worried.
I noticed the smell as well, but
Yeah.
well, shoot, I just thought she was being, but I don't know, awkward, trying to be ladylike while we're camping. Cause who wears perfume to a camping trip?
You say as you're running until
Yeah.
I'm also
But,
running with them.
So
As many
Gracker.
as possible.
So what about Neve? What's she doing with this? You were woken up before. You haven't got your armor on because
Right, I'm
Can't
guessing
sleep
none of
without
us. None of us do, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, Oron's first thing he's going to do is start strapping the breastplate back onto his body.
you're not running with them.
If we're up now. No, Gracker's going. I don't need to be there too.
Oh, okay. Right, you sent Gracker, so Gracker's going. What about Neve? What's she doing that?
I will put my armor back on.
Okay, you're strapping your armor on.
And then I will follow after.
Do you take your armour off for a trance?
Oh,
Can you just sit there? Because I was just sitting. I didn't prepare for
Wait,
that. I just
hang
sat
on.
with my eyes shut.
I'm a
you
human.
know what? That's a question I'm gonna have to look
Oh.
up.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because like
I had never thought about it.
semi-conscious, you know. Just going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You heard everything.
I did, yeah. I just waited till I was called because I just tried to get as much rest as possible.
Mm.
It's that thing where you're kind of half asleep, half awake, and
Oh
everything
shit!
you hear sort of just gets integrated into your dreams.
As you never technically sleep, you don't need to put armor to take the armor off.
Yes!
Ah.
I couldn't imagine me taking off to just sit there on the floor on a log, you know, like.
Yeah, that's
Do
interesting.
you have the time?
I've never
You
looked
know-
that
See,
up,
that's
but
always what I imagined.
yeah, it makes sense. So you're
Mhm.
free to run after them. So who's running after this?
I am.
Seemingly
For
invisible- You
for
grab
whatever
her
reason, I don't have my breastplate on. I don't think I would have taken the time to do that.
Afterwards, after Oron strapped in, he'll track the footsteps of Gracker,
It make-
Kalak, and whatever naked lady we're running after.
Are you both wearing?
Good lady.
You're both wearing heavy armor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Breastplate. It's medium.
Oh,
It's medium, yeah.
Oh, hang on, let me check. Let me
I'm
check. Let me
in,
check. Let me
I'm
check.
in
I have
light
chainmail.
Chainmail's heavy. Okay, so heavy. Bu- 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 bu-
I have my pike, but I don't have my shield. And I just left stuff at camp, obviously.
Depends on the armor's category. Gun. Where does it say? 2.5 minutes. Heavy armor, 2.5 minutes. Where does it say that?
2.5 minutes? That sounds very low.
For heavy armor, that's
So 5e donning armor. According to Roll20 Compendium.
The Dawn of Doff armor.
yeah.
Yeah, where is that?
Be to don it.
Here we go. Light armor is 1 minute to don, medium 5, and
Oh,
heavy 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be a while, but we'll send Gracker, Laminaria, and Kellock in the meantime. Right. So I want to say, survival or perception checks from all three. You can
Can I
use,
choose to use my passive?
No.
Okay.
This is action time now.
Survival or what was it?
Survival or perception.
Perception.
Okay. So you all stay on her. Okay. However, you also see a figure of light start to materialize in front of you.
Oh.
Um,
The fuck's going on?
what will you... The figure of light appears to be running away from you.
Oh. Is it Bronwind? Is it not the Bronwind that we see as a figure of light now?
It's a humanoid figure. It's running away.
In the same direction as we hear the footsteps?
Yeah.
Huh. Where the fuck can I see her?
And I take it we're running in another action.
Yeah.
What sense is everybody relying on here? I imagine Gracker, maybe scent or
Smell.
hearing?
Smell,
Gracker
because
scent.
stink, perfume.
Okay. What about everybody else?
We're on survival because he's specifically looking for the tracks of Gracker following his dog.
Oh, it'll be in a while though. First,
Yeah.
we'll
Oh, do
cross
you want me
that.
to roll Gracker? Sorry.
Yeah, Gracker.
So Gracker's advantage on perception. Oh, he's got +3 for survival, but it's advantage on perception. So
Yeah, that's fine. So, Laminaria. Okay, good.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be using my perception. So.
Okay.
How fast
Oh.
is she?
About the same speed as you.
So Mastiff is 40 feet speed.
Oh yeah, he might catch up. Laminaria, what sense is she using track?
Sorry?
How is she tracking? Using her eyes
I'm
or?
gonna be. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've got dark vision as well, so yeah, I'll be using my eyes because I'm proficient
Okay.
in perception. So.
That's a question. How dark is it? Because I don't have dark vision.
It is quite dark. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I guess I'm using my hearing then,
Okay.
which is
Uh,
not very reliable while
Can I
running. But
cast,
Light.
can I cast a cantrip, light, as we're running?
Sure,
Is
but it will
half
slow
an
you
hour?
down.
Oh, it'll slow me down.
Yeah.
Okay.
right,
But
because
you
you
can.
can't dash for one turn. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
Cast it on Oron's thing, and then he can keep running. You can just follow the light.
What
Oh, yeah.
do you have?
Yeah, I can. What was that? Touch something that Kelak's holding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you're with Kayla.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, we could do that. Just
The
like on
sickle.
my bow or whatever, or the sickle. I also have the what were they? Faras cinders, which can give off
Oh
light.
yeah. Does
I
it?
don't know if
Is it
it's.
an action to do those, or is it a bonus action? I can't remember.
I
It should be
just
written.
remember that if you blow on them, they glow, but I don't know if we decided.
It should be
One
written
sec.
on the. Hang
Primal
on, let me get it.
awareness, spellcasting.
Ah, yeah, it's an action.
Yeah, so it's
So-
basically the same.
Yeah, it'll slow both of you down. But are you wanting to light one of those as well, or nah?
I guess it's probably not necessary since I have light now from the cantrip. Very much appreciated.
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't quite reach her in front of you, but you still see that glowing sort of bluish white figure running. Okay, so roll the same roll again, survival or perception. Actually, this one. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Survival or perception. Okay. Okay.
Was this all of us?
And
So I'll just put my heating back on.
oh, I can't accept your survival yet, Nat. But just because you're still putting armor on. Same for Oran, but
Well, that's
okay,
my survival when you need it.
gotcha. So
Oh yeah, if we're doing this round by round, Oron will still be in the camp. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Well, if that's the case, as soon as Oron's armor's going to go on, he's going to go and have a look in Bronwyn's tent and have a good fucking rummage around and see
Yeah.
what's in there because she's away naked. All our stuff's here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, oh, it'll have to be after your armor. We'll have to come back to
Yeah.
that. Okay, but remember,
Yeah,
remind
just
me.
in like 100 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a while. So, what? I would say. You lose her scent, but you don't lose sight of the glowing figure. Hmm. So Kellogg, you're still following the glowing figure. Laminaria is still following the glowing figure, and what's his name? Gracker. He kind of just gives a like a bit of a
He'll keep
confused line.
following Kalak.
Yeah,
I mean,
he keeps following. He was drawing ahead, but then he sort of paused and looked a bit confused. What would you like to do next?
Was that? Sorry,
Keep
I got distracted.
keep
Was that
chasing?
directed? I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Cracker's going to keep chasing. He's going to try and smell, see if he can catch a scent again.
Okay. So, so roll again for Kellerk and Leminaria.
Oh, right,
Oh!
yeah. Oh, right, okay.
I see everything.
Mm.
I don't.
I am eyes.
I'm not blinded by the light, you see, because I'm too used to painting.
Yeah. So you're running, and as you're running, the glowing figure just winks out of existence. However, Kelak, you spot movement on the horizon of the nearby hill, and you see a hunched figure dressed in ragged robes, with long, scraggly hair and a hooked nose as it turns, and you see sort of the glowing eyes of an unnatural creature looking down at where you are. And you just catch a glimpse of it for a moment before, almost on all fours, with long arms, it scampers down the other side of the hill.
The
It
fuck?
seems like you may have been following a diversion.
So, how far did you say this is on the top of the hill?
Say about 60 feet away.
Okay, that's not too far.
Uh-huh.
I'll dash over there and say, to be sure. Do you guys see that? I need to do it. I need to center myself. Do you guys see that? There's some sort of fucking hag over there. You think it was a trap? Well, a diversion after the trap.
Just realized this music does not fit at all.
No.
Are you dashing your full 60 feet?
Yep.
Okay. So you, oh boy. You crest the hill as you're drawing everyone over. Up. Let me see. And you crest the hill and you see nothing. However, the scent is strong.
Can I attempt to follow the scent?
You can. Right, so you guys are behind. And Kellogg is 60 feet ahead almost, going a different direction. So you'll have to catch up to him. But, for Kellogg, the smell seems to be dissipating. You can try and follow it as best you can. Roll perception once more.
17.
Okay.
Another one.
Okay. Don't know if it's quite good enough, but the smell is not entirely dissipated, but it's moving away. You notice now there's no sound from her running away. And
I'll be deafened.
no. You're fine. Yeah, you feel like she's close, but Gracker can't get back on her scent either. And tell you what, let me roll one more thing. I think Gracker might be able to find it again. Fuck! I'm never gonna get away!
Oh,
Fucking hell!
we're hot on her heels.
Oh my gosh!
Rattler howls in that way that a hunting dog does to signify its owner that we found the scent, and then continues chasing.
Fucking dog! No!
And Oron just smirks back at camp as he hears it and goes, "Good boy."
So, So the chase continues. Gracker's on the scent. Are you following? You following Gracker? There's no luminous thing here now.
Shit.
No luminous figure. That's
Cracker can't talk.
well,
Good
Gracker's
idea.
Gracker's on it. So you can keep following Gracker. He'll stay on it.
Right. I mean, I'll try that, and I guess I'll scream into the night. Just going. Bronwyn, is that you? I don't know if I'm gonna get any response, but might as well try.
Let me You hear nothing back in response.
Yep.
However, you start to hear the sound of running water. And 60 feet ahead of you is a stream.
So it's gonna be fucking impossible to follow her scent.
She was really smelling strong. You might be all right if she. But, so you can give it one last spurt to try and catch her, even though she is invisible. It'll be with disadvantage, but you can roll athletics.
I shall try.
Okay, do it. Oh. Okay. You rushed headlong into the scent, trying to judge where it feels strongest. But just before you lose your footing on what becomes gravel of the sort of riverbed, you reach out and feel nothing. Gracker as well. Gracker is more or less on her heels, but he's not able to get purchase on her. And Laminaria, I'll give you one disadvantage athletics too. Yeah, you're able to stay on your feet, and that's a good thing. But you all sort of find yourself there's a splash in front of you, and it's safe to say the creature is in the water. You come up close to the water, and the current isn't going that fast. It's quite a deep stream, though. The smell gets gradually weaker, and I'd say Gracker is barking at the water. What do you think he'd like to do?
Cracker takes a drink.
I guess.
Rage.
Gracker rage. Gracker goes like, I imagine he's going, and then he just like.
And it's just.
I guess. Can I keep an eye out for where wet footsteps might suddenly start away from the river or something like that?
Yeah, so you post up and look for signs of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And how long would you like to wait?
Probably just a couple minutes, if there's no other indication of that she's still around.
Okay.
I will call out again, though.
Okay. You do so people know where you are. How long did So 5 minutes... no, that's still too long. Fucking hell. I need to change the music in a second. Well, maybe not. But
I mean, we already went through the whole chase sequence with this, so...
yeah. So, yeah, I would say, wait 1 minute, and 1 minute becomes 2 minutes. Still, there's no movement. The quiet sound of the brook doesn't betray any movement. You don't see the water surface move anywhere near. Not within the range of your torches, anyway. You don't hear any strange noises. And Gracker seems to have lost the scent for now. I
Hmm.
think he may have got away for now.
So it would seem.
Hmm.
Was that actually Bronwyn? Was she always whatever this is?
Probably. Do I have an idea of what Bronwyn was?
Uh,
A human?
roll nature.
Okay.
Let's say.
Can I roll as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit.
What we get? 20
Six.
and a 6.
Extremes of the situation.
So, Laminaria, you've heard tales from folklore of hags. And they have a wide range of abilities. Some are better at some things than others. But the thing that twigs it for you, now that you stop to think about it, was the figure of light, the illusory figure that you were chasing for a moment. It's you remember from your arcane training, from Rin's teachings, that that is a type of illusion spell called Dancing Lights, and there's only one hag you can think of that uses that spell, and that's the Green Hag.
Oh,
Okay. Looks like you were taken in
Interesting.
by a green hag. Who'd have thought
And
it?
from what you know, green hags are aided by nature to some extent. Nature will cover their tracks, and they won't leave any trace when moving through the wilderness.
Hmm.
But from what you know, they can be interested in a lot of things. Their motives are usually quite inscrutable. But make of that what you will, everyone, if you're sharing that information.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know. Why not?
So,
A
are you heading back to
green
the...
hag?
A green hag.
Well, that makes no sense at all. She.
Well, based on what I saw, it makes perfect sense. I'm sorry to tell you, K-Mac.
So I might cut back to camp
Cut
for
back
a
to what?
moment. So, you've heard some shouting in the woods. And Neve and Oron. Oron, you finished putting on your armor as you heard shouting. You heard some silence. You're pretty sure everyone's okay. You didn't hear any cries from Gracker or anything. You heard him find the scent, and then you heard him sort of. Seems like he might have lost the scent, and you're pretty sure Gracker's just dossing around out there now. But
It's just like, let's see what she left behind in this tent of hers.
yeah. So you start going. You go into the tent and you start investigating. Roll investigation. Meanwhile, Nat, what are you doing? Oh,
What? Laminaria?
Laminaria is a warlock.
Oh, you need to go to work.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll run after the cow.
So you get your armor on, and you're about to you're about to run after them. Hang on, I'll deal with that in 1 sec. With your investigation, though, I would say you find a bag. You find the bag contains sort of odd trinkets and such. There's a few like artifacts in here, seemingly of religious significance. There's randomly a robin egg inside the satchel.
A robin egg.
Yeah.
He takes the robin egg, pops it in one of his pockets, and his kind of pouch.
there's but otherwise everything's just saturated in that smell. And you do find in the bag there is an empty bottle of perfume, which matches the scent.
I'm going to take the empty bottle of perfume too.
Okay. Other than that, you
Weirdest thing
notice
of
that
all, no clothes.
no, there doesn't appear to be. There is Yeah, it's what does strike you as strange is there's the tent, but there's not enough rations and there's not enough changes of clothes.
It's the armor.
The armor as well is not there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Neither is her weapons. It seems to be only the contents that would fit in a backpack.
Okay. Well,
However, Nat, you are about to run off in search of the group, and you hear the sound of a figure moving through the bushes nearby. And you hear, ugh! I can't stand it anymore! And then, hello?
Sword drawn. I will approach.
Okay.
Just Bronwyn?
Is that you? Hello? And she steps
Is
into
that
the
you?
She steps into the firelight. Of course it's me. Who else would I be?
There was
Good
something
question.
there that wasn't you.
Now that you get a look at Bronwyn,
Yeah.
she is wearing the armor. She has a shoulder bag on. She has her mace in one hand, and she has a holy symbol in the other. And her hair is a mess, and there's twigs sticking out of it. She's got a scrape over one side of her face, and there's like a smudge of mud down one side of her. And she looks miserable. She looks as if she's been crying.
Where have you been?
I've been chasing after you! I got barricaded in my room and then you left without me. I thought...
Oh.
I had to use so much magic just to track you.
We need to go get the other. Because whatever was here was...
Well, of course it wasn't. I was back there
It
falling
was
in...
wearing your face.
What?
Exactly.
She just she sits down heavily on the sort of next to the fire, just sort of pulls her knees up to her chest and looks miserable. And she's just going, can't believe he would leave me.
Technically, we did not leave. You came with us, but it was not you. and she's gonna dart.
Okay.
She'll just go, you stay here. I'm gonna get the others.
Okay.
Because they've chased after whatever it is.
Oh dear. Alright. That's my tent! She just notices she notices Oron coming out of the tent. And then she sniffs and goes, that's my perfume! It's my mother's perfume. And then she looks really put out. Like, what's going on? What about you, Oren? What's your reaction to it? Jamie? Oh.
He just crawls out of the tent and eyes her suspiciously and goes, do you remember the words? Get in there and rail me.
Wait, say that again for me.
Get in there and rail me. Do you remember those words?
She goes beet red, and her mouth like works for a second as if she can't think of what on earth to say. And she goes, I haven't heard language like that since... No, I do not. Remember those words.
Since
the last time I went to that ghastly pub at the bottom floor.
If I was there, I would inside check that, but I am not.
You can inside check that if you want.
Oh, am I there?
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's a good insight, though, from Oron. Yeah, she's highly embarrassed, and she does not like that place.
It looks like you're the same person that got us embarrassed the last time. I'll let you off.
Yeah, this seems to actually be her now. thinking back to the crass jokes she was making earlier on the trip, you can't imagine this girl making them.
The other one was funnier though.
Funnier? I can be funny. Funnier than you, failed merchant. Ugh. At least my business isn't 6 feet under.
For now.
And then she sort of thinks better of it and goes, that may have been too harsh. I'm sorry.
You will be.
Oh, come on! I've had a really bad day.
I got woken up from my beauty sleep.
At least you had beauty sleep.
Well,
And,
my dumbass walks through the woods at night.
someone who had to work very hard to catch up with you. She starts picking twigs out of her hair. Just like but yeah, we'll cut back to the others now. I'd say Nat, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run after the others, you follow the sound of Gracker, and you come across the others as they're sort of turning away from a little creek, not a creek, say, a brook, about 4 feet deep at its deepest, and looks like they turned up empty. But what will you say?
Wait, sorry. Say that last bit again.
They weren't able to catch the creature.
Yeah. She'll she'll just sort of like point back in the direction of camp and just say, Bronwyn caught up.
She did what now?
That wasn't Bronwyn. She got barricaded in her room last night.
Okay, like, we'll just give the biggest sigh of relief. Just like,
Alright.
oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I actually
What
like
about-
that.
What about the fake one? Where is it?
Oh, got away. We know it went into this.
Thorin's head snaps
Creek?
towards Bronwyn. Cocks his head a little. You better be telling the truth.
Just kind of shoots you a sour look.
Can
Like-
Gracker smell her to see if he recognizes the scent?
Oh, I didn't think you guys are back yet. Yeah, you're
Oh,
still.
careful.
You
Well, if
guys
I'm
are
not
still.
back, it's fine.
Yeah.
I thought Kalak had come back, so we were being with Kalak.
Oh no. I imagine you're gonna start walking back though.
Mhm.
But yeah, give it one more minute.
Oh.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, yeah, I was just saying. She went into this little creek, I suppose, and well, we lost track of her. She was using illusions to keep us going in the wrong direction.
Does it sound like I might know what this thing is?
You can tell her, Laminaria, if you want.
Oh.
What do you think, Rochelle?
Sorry?
Would you want to tell her? Would you pass on? Did you pass on that it was a green hag?
She did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Roll nature for green hag, Nat.
No, it's any time.
Okay. You've heard of them, but you don't know what they do. On your 20, though, there is something that you know about hags. This is kind of your wheelhouse, being into strange eldritch magic. But hags are much more dangerous in 3. In 1s, singly, you know they're very dangerous. But in 3s, extremely dangerous. What else would you know? Let me see. Roll one more time to see if you learn something else whilst you're sat next to the river on nature, Laminaria.
Oh, crikey, what, sorry?
Nature one more time,
Nature
just to
one
see
more time. Oh, yeah, okay.
if something else comes to mind.
23.
Damn, you're way too good at this kind of thing.
Apparently.
You recall something else, and it's that they can breathe water,
Ah,
like their cousins, the sea hack.
okay.
But yes, that's all.
Am I
So
back
she
now? Or...
She most likely slipped away downstream or upstream. But yes, potentially too far away now to do anything about, unless especially difficult to track, given that they don't leave prints. So are you heading back to the camp?
Maybe so. Oh, well, head back to where the others are. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
You pass on Laminaria. I assume passes on everything to Ave.
Yeah, I tell Neve everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep at the rear in case it comes back.
Yeah. Okay. So within a couple minutes, you arrive back at the camp, and strangely, you see a much more disheveled-looking Bronwyn sitting next to the fire. And the moment she sees you, she stands up and is just like, she looks at you, Kellic, first, and just goes, "Kellic! I gather we've been deceived."
Kelek just basically like doesn't stop. He's coming like at a light jog or something. Sees her, doesn't stop and just hugs her. It's like, oh god, I was so worried.
She buries her face in your neck and hugs tight. She's just like, "I had the worst day. All day, just one thing after another." You notice immediately she smells different. She smells normal.
Good.
And, she's not overused the perfume or anything. Mostly, she smells of someone who's been running a lot. That's.
I mean, Kelek is probably more than used to that.
Yeah, she just goes, that's so Oron's perception. This was on him again. On Gracker. What was Gracker checking again?
See what she smells like. See if it's the same person. That sounds better than.
Yeah. You detect. Gracker detects. This is normal Bronwyn, of course. And he's just hanging around with his tail wagging, looking around between everybody. Just like
he's like, "What's up? What happened?"
Yeah, he's just like, "What's up, guys? We're all back together again. This is great. I love being Gracker." He's just the way he is. But yeah, she goes, "Let me tell you about it. But I gather it broke into my house, seeing as it's got my tent and my gear."
Right? I mean, it fooled us. Could definitely tell you were acting a little off, but I assumed, I don't know, it was the nerves and going out of town.
I'm more worried about why it targeted you and by proxy Kalak. And what does it want with Kalak?
That's something I'd like to know. What do you think?
Shit. Haven't even started thinking about it. I don't.
Well, for one thing,
know.
it means I'm going to need to redo the protection around my family property. I can't be having strange fake creatures wandering in.
What is... I know fuck all about hags. What do they want, normally?
Does it bleed?
Well, we don't know.
I believe so. I'm hardly the expert on them.
Then let's go kill it.
Do
But
I have any idea at all what it might have wanted? Probably
Next
not,
in was
but...
You would know, Laminaria, that they often collect strange magical items for the purposes of
Oh.
using them in dark rituals.
Okay. They're often after strange magical items. Didn't you pick one of those up not so long ago?
Everybody went to the sickle.
Yeah.
Yeah. My hand instinctively grabs it. I'm like, guess you could say that.
Well, keep it safe.
So how
Be ready
does
to
this
use
hag
it.
know about the sickle?
Know about the what?
How
The sickle.
does the hag know about the sickle?
Only person we've shown it to has been Bronwyn.
Well,
Yes.
there's also what's the name of the guild master?
Lord Ravenbell.
Lord Ravenbell.
And
There's
the
also
sickle-
Lord Ravenbell.
But then, what? How come you lost it?
How come I lost what?
How come you lost it? How did it get away from you?
Well, the hag turned invisible and started using illusions to misdirect us, and I didn't see a single track in this whole time, and I'm good at looking for tracks.
Oh. Nature protects its own. But if it can become invisible, that explains it.
Right, I happened right before my eyes.
What did you roll on your investigation, by the way? Oh, it was 5. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm most upset by this. Like, the fact that it could get into my mansion is quite upsetting. I imagine it... I mean, I haven't checked the wards in quite some time, but I'll certainly have to redo them. You wouldn't believe the amount of magic I had to use to get here. It wasn't helped by falling into that ravine, either.
Right.
We just jumped that one.
Say again.
We just jumped that.
I'm not as strong as some of us, but I am resilient. So at least I survived. Still,
Yeah, you do look like you've had a very rough day.
well, and then there was the bear. I didn't tell you about the bear.
A bear? No, you didn't.
Charged me right out of the bush. I had to smack it in the nose. She's all just like...
No,
She's
this
all
reminds
just
me of
like-
a... Right, well, that wasn't you who said that.
Brian.
I was not.
The-
Certainly was not crying at all.
No, you hurt Brian, the bear.
Brian?
You know it?
Brian.
Brian.
Had a
Oh.
scar on its left ear.
Hi, Brian.
Oh dear. He may be unconscious.
Damn, you hit it hard.
Well, of course. He came at me quite fast, so I had to smack him. But she goes, there was something you said just now, Oron, that was a bit worrying to me. What was the words? Something about well, it was coming on to you, Oron. I mean, sorry, Kellic.
Yeah, I was... I was like, huh?
Not me.
No, not him.
I don't know what I said that might have implied that, but...
Well, no, Oron said that. Something to that effect.
Oh. Right, I
Yeah,
was not
sure.
here.
Come inside and trail me.
It did say that. It was a very strange experience. I was very taken aback as to why you would suddenly act that way, and
Sweet loaf, and I don't think I would.
right. So
Not without, of course, being lawfully married in the eyes of gods. I'd never do such a thing.
right. No, let's just move on from from this particular conversation tree.
What's on the watch?
What's what?
She wants the gods to watch.
No.
Not how it works.
And then she's like, "Well, I suppose they do watch, but I'm sure they avert their gazes for that."
Oh, shit. Huh.
Sacred act.
You know, maybe religion isn't all that boring after all.
Well, that's highly inappropriate.
Oran laughs.
She's flustered. But yeah, you notice immediately after the next like little while of as the sun starts to rise, you have to take your time in the morning to get the full amount of rest that you would have needed.
Fair enough.
But you
Does
do
she get a rest?
long rest.
'Cause
Sorry?
does Bronwyn get a rest? Because she's been just traveling
just
through the night.
Chickens on the cart.
She let me see. That's a question. She'll require another few hours. If you were to wait for her to get her full rest, you would only arrive at nighttime at the orc ruins. If
That might be better because we can.
We have enough
Sneak in.
rations to set us back a day. There's no point. I don't think fighting at night is a good idea.
Yeah.
That might be
Although-
true as well.
the orc,
If
I think the orc was
the orc
saying,
can see in the dark. We can't.
Well, some of us can, but that's true.
that is a
By
thing.
me, I meant me and you, Kalak.
Right.
Thingy did say using stealth might be your best tactic. The dark vision would certainly help the orcs,
Mhm.
but it would limit their vision It would still limit their vision to a degree. But
I should challenge the orc chief to combat.
I guess we are supposed to do that.
I think
If I beat the orc chief, do I get all the orcs' loyalty?
this was the fly, wasn't it? I forgot. I think he advised for you to try and get either to try and assassinate his father, or to try and get him alone and arrange it so that he has no choice but to challenge you all in combat against himself,
Mhm.
potentially using his pride against him. It's either how you want to exactly do that is up to you, but he did say the fort itself would be very hard to storm using force, because there's quite a few orcs.
What if we posed as traders?
They might just try to raid us.
Eh, try. Being the operative word.
Right. Well, suppose we'll see once we're there. For now, we should take it easy. I don't think any of us had a good night.
I know.
So, what's your aim to do? Are you gonna give Bronwyn the time to have a proper long rest?
That would be my vote. Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be you guys setting off at around say lunchtime. You'll have a few hours downtime to do some stuff if you want to do it as well.
If that's the case, Oran's going to go and have a roam around the nearby area.
Sure. Okay, so we'll deal with that in a second. So you guys have your long rest. You do notice as well as sort of Bronwyn's winding down and the atmosphere is different. She's a much more earnest person, and she hasn't got like a crass bone in her body. She the atmosphere is much easier and sort of kinder.
I'm
One thing though,
I'm so glad that you're the real one and not the one we had before.
me too. I can only imagine. This place stinks. she's like frustrated as she's going through her tent, and she goes, goodness me, where did those come from?"
Oh.
And She comes out holding sort of a glowing, something that reflects the sunlight of the early morning. It's a golden eggshell.
Oh,
And as you look closely, it's like it's basically two halves stacked one in the other. You know, like you would stack an eggshell after cracking it.
mm-hmm.
And it appears to be gold, but with silver sort of threaded through it.
So it's Electrum.
What? No, it's not.
It's
No,
Electro.
it's not.
It's
But-
an Electro egg.
Electrum egg.
Hey, Oron gently pats the robin egg in his pouch and goes, "Don't worry, you're golden too."
Yeah, I was gonna say we have here all the elements we need to set up a perfect scam.
Oh,
Sure.
there
We have chickens and we have a golden eggshell. We
It's in
can
the
sell
golden
one of these chickens for like 1,000 gold, easy.
Yay.
The eggshell itself is about, I want to say when you put it together, it's like a foot. Oron,
Oh,
you don't know how you missed it, but you did roll a 5 on the investigate.
Let's say.
Yeah, you did roll a 5.
It's not
But
that
it's
one
about-
thing. Come on.
But no, I mean, you might not have seen it tucked in the corner, you know. But it's basically a foot tall. Roll nature as she shows it to you guys.
Okay.
See if you get, say, an 18 or above, this will be.
Nope.
I think I'm gonna dip. I've got a whopping headache coming on.
That's fair enough. We'll take a break
Yeah.
too for the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some tablets and it's
Roll nature before you go,
Yeah.
because we'll take a break about it now. Laminaria, I'll give you it for 17. It's a dragon egg.
Ah,
Oh.
you're lucky.
You're
there.
not sure what type, but you're almost certain that this scale patterning would be a dragon egg.
Okay. How
Yeah.
interesting. Keep that one safe.
Well, yes, it's not part of my collection. I don't know how the creature got it.
I think we need to keep that one warm.
Oh, you-
Make sure. We've got a
That
nice
is
little
concerning.
dragon on our side.
Well, I think the
Well, it's
dragon's
cracked,
long
right?
gone at this point.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
It's
Okay.
too hard.
Oh, is it open? Hacked.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But it's remarkably hard. It's almost like metal. Very strong.
Maybe she
Um,
needed maybe she needed your sickle to like. Maybe that's how she opened the egg. Help the dragon out. Using the top.
Just scooped it out.
She's got some more, waiting to be opened up so she can feast on dragon eggs, and you're there keeping the sickle to yourself.
Well,
Egg has a dragon pet.
who knows
Oh.
what's going on? She
Does that
didn't
mean there's 3 hags with a dragon?
Oh, don't give me ideas. That sounds fun. But yeah. We'll say take your long rest, and we'll take a break there. We'll be back immediately for you YouTube viewers. But yeah,
Yes,
everybody
through
else-
the magic of editing, I
Through the
am once
magic of
again
editing.
forcing Tom to edit.
Take that, Tom. That's what you get for being away. That was- we just came back to say that we're going to finish the episode there. Seeing as it's about 10 o'clock, but we'll continue with more shenanigans next time. All right, so that's bye from us. GG.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait, what the fuck? They can't do that. I give up.